Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're checking out Vivo's latest innovation, the VIVO Vision. At first glance, it feels really refined and futuristic. In this video, we'll go through three main things: its design, the wearing comfort, and how the system interaction actually feels. So, let's dive right in. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. Starting with the front, VIVO Vision is built from a single seamless piece of glass, giving it a really smooth and fluid curve. On the front, you'll find 8 cameras and 3 sensors, plus a power connector that hooks up to an external power source. Now, about battery life. It runs for around 2.5 hours on its pack. But here's the catch. This isn't just a regular power bank you can swap with your own. You can charge it using a power bank, but you can't directly power the headset with one. We actually asked Vivo why they didn't just allow Type-C direct charging from third-party power banks. Their reasoning? Power quality. Many third-party banks don't deliver stable current and voltage, which would hurt the experience. So they've locked it to Vivo's own external power supply. For wearing styles, you get 2 strap options, a single loop and a double loop. We tried the double loop version, and thanks to the strong Velcro, it adjusts well to different head shapes and doesn't feel tight or uncomfortable. At 398 grams, it's super light compared to Apple Vision Pro, which weighs around 600 grams. That's a noticeable difference. Once you enter the desktop mode, there's a side knob you can rotate to step into these serene, natural sceneries. Thanks to the dual 4K Micro OLED displays, the picture quality is sharp and uniform. With color difference delta E under 2 and brightness error under 2 nits, you can barely spot any difference with the naked eye. Both eyes get a consistent image, so the immersion is smooth and natural. Under the hood, it's powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon XR2 Plus Gen 2 platform, boosting both CPU and GPU performance. Latency is super low, supporting up to 90 FPS, which makes the visuals, especially those environmental themes, feel calm, natural, and really immersive. You can even switch between day and night sceneries for a completely different vibe. Vivo also hinted at more environment themes rolling out in the future. Watching spatial photos and videos is another highlight. And fun fact, the demo content we saw was shot on the Vivo X200 Ultra, which closes the loop within their own ecosystem. We're also curious whether future Vivo spatial content will connect with iPhone's spatial video format. That would be a big step. For now, watching movies on this is a great experience, especially with that 180-degree 8K demo clip. The presence is insane. 3D movies look impressive too. And yes, you can even stream PC games. The low latency makes it smooth and totally playable. Vivo has also teamed up with Huya for live streams. For example, watching Honor of Kings is wild. You not only see the match, but also get a full Sand Table Canyon model beneath it. You can zoom, rotate, and resize the model, almost like having a god's eye view. Imagine pairing this with KPL in the future. It's going to be next level. Sports broadcasts also use the same Sand Table setup with extra info panels on the sides. But a quick note, right now this feature still needs specific adaptation, so it won't work with every live stream just yet. We also tried 2 mini-games, Xiaovi's Travel and Table Master, both using the headset's cameras for gesture control. Honestly, they feel a bit clunky, like you're just swiping at thin air. Not super polished yet. Most of the interactions, though, rely on eye tracking combined with pinch gestures. You basically pinch your fingers in an OK gesture to select, and it works surprisingly well. If you hold the pinch, you can drag and scroll precisely, even on thin UI elements like progress bars. It's simple to learn, we got the hang of it in under a minute. That said, we did run into some confusion, especially with the back function. Different apps place the back button differently, which can be a little frustrating. Having a unified return gesture would definitely improve things. For now, the main universal action is click the knob to bring up the interface, then pinch to exit. Pretty smooth. Hopefully, future updates will polish the system even more. So that's pretty much the VIVO Vision Discovery Edition experience. Honestly, the showcase exceeded our expectations. We were excited to ask about pricing, only to find out that this edition isn't for sale yet. Big disappointment there. The good news, you can still try it out at Vivo's offline stores. And that wraps up today's video. From design to comfort to interaction, the completion level feels very high for an early version. We're definitely looking forward to when it finally goes public. And when that happens, you can bet we'll bring you a deeper hands-on review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So what are your thoughts on this device? Which feature stands out as your favorite? Share your opinion in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing tech videos, and follow me on X for the latest tech updates and deals. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and keep smiling.